Right. Happy weekend, guys. Hope you're all having a good weekend so far. I am going to be busy tomorrow, and I might not have a video for this week, so why not a stream instead? So, the Indy 500 is at the end of the month, going into June. So, I need to get used to the IndyCar overall. Obviously, this isn't the best form of practice because this is a road course, not a speedway. But as it's Indianapolis, I thought this is possibly the next best thing. So, and it's a long race as well, and I do love the aspect of long distance racing, as you know. So I figured, why not do this for a change? So I've not actually raced the IndyCar for a fair few years, to be honest. The last time I raced any IndyCar at all was back in 2020. When I was racing for E-Team Brit back in the day. And I did have a weekly series for a little bit going on, where I drove a specific series 4 times in a week. And IndyCar was actually that series that I chose at the time. Obviously, that was the fixed series and mostly speedways, not this very event itself. So we should be getting into the session momentarily. Welcome on in to anybody that's already coming into the stream. So it's going to be a long 85 laps. Now, I'm not entirely sure if that is the actual race distance of the real-life event this weekend. But 85 laps is going to be a long time. It is, so... I have done some long-distance running as well. And you can get as much as 21 laps in a tank. But one of the stints, if you want to try and do one less stop, you actually need to make one of your stints, I think 22 instead of 21 to make that, so that way you can do one less stop. But it's going to be tricky, and I think you do lose some pace overall. So I am wondering if maybe we just pit in a lap or two early each stint, just to get an old set of tyres off and a newer set of tyres on. So, but yeah, I haven't driven this car in a long time, if I'm honest. So, basically, for me, it isn't about speed overall. It is more about learning the car. Really, more than anything else, if I'm honest. Right. I'm just having a look at our Discord server in the team. We've got a new driver that's joining us for 24 Hours of Nürburgring, and he's practicing in the Porsche Bathurst at the moment. He's just won a race literally just now. He has in the fixed series, which Bathurst in the fixed series is dry.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
I know what Paul would say to that. He would be excited that we've got a mic check. So yeah, so there's an 8-minute qualifying session, which you need to do 2 laps in that. And then the official race itself is 85 laps, of which you must use both compounds of tyre. So you've got your primary, which is grey coloured. It's the traditional tyre, good duration, not the most amazing grip, but it is able to last for a long time. There is a second set of tyres which has a wedge circle around the outside of it. Those are the alternate tyres. So think of it like they're a softer tyre. They are typically. And the aim with the softer tyre is that they are quicker, because they're a softer compound of tyre, but it does mean they wear out quicker. So you obviously have that to bear in mind. But all drivers must use both compounds of tyres during the event, otherwise they do get penalised at the end. And as an extra little thing as well, obviously something I didn't use very much before, I just sped in pit lane. Because I am a silly Billy, and I forget that the pit lane, exit line, is not right there, but is instead a little bit further down. Let's try that again, shall we? So at the moment, track temperature is 50.6 degrees. Now we're not used to necessarily seeing track temperatures that hot. Obviously, in GT3 racing, it's very rare that we do. But with Formula racing, it does happen a little bit more. Now Paul will be around hopefully a little bit later. So, but he's not here right this second. He is a bit busy at the moment. But he might be around a little bit later.
They say you cut the course. You'll have to slow down and give up the time game.
Yeah, really for me personally, all I'm looking to do is just get seat time in this car and just get used to the car, really. That's all I'm really looking to do.
Okay, here comes your first time lap. You've got about 2 laps of fuel left. They say you cut the course.
Just cutting a little bit too much there. Doing some fast lap times though.
What do you do when you want to be number 1, but you got to take a number 2?
One more lap. You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
Yeah, that's a lot better. .9.
Checkered flag, checkered flag.
So lap time's not too bad, considering there was only 1 lap I managed to do. But as we go through the race, I expect us to be able to move up through the field, especially as I get more used to the car and gain confidence in it. So I'm not too worried about it. I do wonder, what do I want to start on? Do I want to start on the alternates or do I want to start on the primaries? Really, to be honest. It is quite hot at the moment. So I'm going to leave it like that for the moment. I'm thinking if it's hot, I think I might start on the primaries. The reason why is because basically with it being very hot, if we want to do a longer first stint, then the primaries will be the better bet. Because that will allow us to open up our strategy a little bit more later on. That's kind of my thinking behind it. Okay, still 50.6, so let's start with the primaries. I'm fine with losing positions at the start. We are starting P18. Now, this is actually my first race in a Formula car since the changeover that they did, where they put, where they separated the road license to being
We need to
sports
change to a new
cars.
tyre compound during the race, or else we'll be disqualified. 1 to go, next time by. Line up on the left side. Pit road is closed right now. The estimated strength of field is 2,427. It's competitive out there. Head down, stay sharp.
So it does seem like that there was a mixture of different compounds, actually, which is interesting. I'm not sure if it's a matter of that people don't know what is the better
5
types
cars left to grid.
to start off with, or whether it is that genuinely everybody has a different perspective of how they want to start the race. Whether they do want to run aggressive or just, you know, be calm in the opening phases. Because for me personally, I don't mind losing a few positions at the start. I just want to get through the start. And then Nigel, thanks, buddy. But yeah, that's the main goal for me personally.
Still waiting on 2 cars to grid.
Okay, 2 more cars. We might get a single car possibly starting pit lane. It's possible. Strength to field's 2.4k, by the way, which isn't bad. And it is a rolling start as well. Much like the GT3 racing that we normally do.
Catch up, 11 car. Catch up, 7 car.
So there's another extra little thing as well. We have push to pass, which is obviously in the iRacing IndyCar series, it's not as good as what it is in the real life one. Obviously, you have an amount of seconds that you can use over the course of a race. In iRacing, so that way they can track it better and not too complicated for the system and the drivers. They just use it on amounts of times that they can push it over the course of the race. You can use a push to pass up to 10 times. You can, so I believe there is a thing somewhere that might tell me. Maybe not. Okay. Okay. So yeah, so I can only use it up to 10 times over the course of the race. No, it's obviously 85 laps. It's a long race. So they're really used to try and gain a small advantage over another car to try and overtake or defend from an overtake. That's basically the goal with these push to passes. That's why they don't have
Look, everybody.
everything be so long. This is also, I think, my first official race on Indianapolis since they reconfigured the last section of the track. Because before you would just go straight round around the final
Get
banking,
ready, going green.
but now it's a tight right turn here. You go into this little complex. So
Post car is off, time to do your job. Green flag, green flag. Car right. You got a slow car on the left.
oh, hello.
Stay on the left.
I'm hoping that's
Clear on
not
the
damaged
right.
my car.
Colour's fine, no damage to report.
Okay, no damage. There is a 4X, but no damage, which is crucial. Somebody obviously got sent. That's what I'm guessing. Oh, somebody else has just had an incident there. Somebody just left the front wing.
Yeah, looking. Thank you so much. Sure, racing that. Yeah, you as well, man. Fucking hats off.
A little bit of a slide on the rear end.
Car right. Still there, hold your line. Clear on the right.
Some may say I'm being a little too conservative, but where it's such a long race and so much can happen, I'm just letting things slide for the moment. Just trying to learn what everybody in the series is going to be doing as well, because I'm not familiar with this car. There's that apex there. I think the guy behind me is also on the primaries. It did seem like that one person actually started from pit lane.
Not even a word? Jacob. Interesting. I wonder where he wants to break. If everyone stopped in front of you. Yeah.
A bit late on the brakes. Yeah, this track is really hot at the moment.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
It does seem like, though, that everybody's just keeping their composure. Nobody's doing anything crazy.
You got a slow car on the right. Go left. Go left. Right side. Still there. Hold your line.
Kevin did a bad rejoin there. I had to
Still
effectively
there.
stop.
Hold your line. Clear.
Unfortunately, I lost a lot of time there. I wonder if there's a certain many. I was wondering if there was so many sets of each tyre that you can use over the course of the race, and there isn't. Wondering if I'm not pushing the brake pedal hard enough. I feel like I'm braking a bit too late, but now I'm actually braking early. Okay, feels a bit better. Yeah, I'm probably just not putting enough pressure on the brake pedal. There's something in Formula cars that you really have to do. You need to be putting on a lot of pressure in the initial point of the braking zone. Not something that you learn to do in
Fastest lap of the session.
Okay, so 14.3, which is a bit faster than some of the group ahead. I wonder if there's a tail sign to know if they're using a push to pass from inside the cockpit. It probably isn't.
The leader is running 13.598.
So the race leaders are only doing 13s. We're about a second off the pace, but we are starting to lap quicker and quicker now.
New fastest lap for you.
Bit wide on entry. And there too. Come on. They're getting away from Kevin a bit, but I'm wondering if he's actually damaged. He was the guy that's had a bit of spin. Thank you so much for the likes, guys. Whoever's liked the stream already, if you haven't done so, please consider doing so if you have enjoyed the stream so far. These are still the opening laps for the Indy Road event for the official IndyCar series. Obviously, it's come back this year after getting the rights to host the IndyCar series. Obviously, it was in the hands of Motorsport Games for a few years, and coming to the end of the winter, obviously they lost the rights. Obviously, no longer being able to have the financial gain to make the IndyCar game that they wanted to have. So it has come pretty much straight back into the hands of iRacing earlier this year. Right, we're back where it belongs. So this group ahead are braking very early, so I am wondering if maybe it might be a good idea to maybe just try and save some fuel behind them and just be patient, and maybe we can do one less stop later on. But then how beneficial is that? Because also at the same time I don't really want Kevin to catch up. So it might be a matter of that I do need to get a move on. And we've gone a bit wide there.
Got a slow car on the left. The colour's fine, no damage to report.
It does feel like that they're braking quite early. But I do feel like that is kind of a concertina effect. Not really much I can do at the moment. We are just part of a bigger group though. That's kind of the problem that we're facing at the moment. And I'm not wanting to waste a push to pass just to pass a single car that is much slower than me. But I am also wondering if they're kind of doing the same. That they're just trying to save fuels, and that way they are doing one less stop. Come on. That's just me. That's nothing to do with the tyres there. But then it could also be a matter of, it's still early days in the race and everybody is just basically just prepared to just settle in and wait for later on. You know, there is a fair few pit stops to make. So depending on your fuel consumptions, you could be making 4 or 5 stops over the course of the race. The stints are supposed to be 20 to 21 laps long. But obviously then that leaves you with only about a few more laps. So you could convert into a free stop if you're saving enough fuel. But then you're going to have to save that amount of fuel across the entirety of the race.
The leader is running 14.02. Left side, you're on the right, 3 wide. Car on your left, 2 wide. Keep to the right. Keep to the right. Clear. Car right. Clear on the right.
Somebody finally blinked and I managed to gain 2 places from it. think this guy ahead of me is overheating his tyres a little bit. He almost lost the rear end coming out to that second to last turn.
Go left. Right side. Clear on the right.
Oh, that guy's lost his front wing. It's P6. Ooh, hello. That's me not pressing the brake pedal hard enough again.
Right side. Clear on the right.
So we're doing okay so far. We haven't used any push to passes at the moment. Still got all of our 10.
The leader's bidding now. Car 5 is now leading.
So somebody is already making their first stop. They are inside of the pit window, I believe, for the first stop, so...
That was your fastest lap of the session. You've got about 5 laps of fuel.
So by the looks of it, we're on lap 18, and we've still got 5 laps of fuel left, so we're target +2 at the moment, maybe even +3.
The leader is running.
About how much fuel that we've saved. Obviously in the early stages, we were saving a lot of fuel behind other drivers.
Thank you.
And the guy just ahead of me is slightly faster than me, but he's pushing a bit too hard maybe, but it is coming to the end of the first stint, so maybe he's just trying to use what tyres he's got left. The track temperature has fallen down by about 5 degrees now since the start. Still think I'd rather be on the primary tyre. Oh, that's a bit of a lock-up. think I've been doing pretty well with the tyres. It's just starting to fall off just a little bit now.
The leader's pitting now.
Oh, my pace still feels fine.
Car 2 is now leading.
Now bear in mind, pit lane. The pit lane is very long and quite slow, but the pit stops themselves do not take long. They're only 9 seconds long. They are roughly.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel.
I had to literally jam on the brakes to avoid that guy. That was close. Didn't even hit him, which is good. But that was a very early break. That was.
You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 2.1 seconds. You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
So all we're literally doing is just topping off the car. We've got another set of primaries.
Stop this lap.
Don't forget to pit for more fuel.
Right. So some of those around us are on the alternate car. So if they're doing the same pace as us when they're on the primary, that will tell one or two things. Either they're not pushing hard enough, or we have actually got decent pace.
5, 3, 2, 1. Right here. We're done. Get going. The leader's pitting
Oh,
now.
we got head of Sayers as well.
The leader's pitting now. The leader's pitting now.
We've got to bear in mind we're on new tyres, so we've got to get them warmed up first. Yeah, you did great doing what you did, Kevin. Nothing really you can do when somebody puts you to the wall like that. So we managed to do an extra lap. But some have been able to save even more fuel.
The leader's bidding now. The leader is running 27.704.
Now 41. So next stop we'll probably put on our first set of alternate tyres, as long as the track temperature is low enough. So we are up to P19.
That was the fastest lap of the session.
We're 13.8. First flying lap on a new set of tyres, and that's faster than any other lap that I did during the first stint. So our confidence is growing in the car, which is good. Getting a bit more comfortable, knowing what it's capable of. We're 10th quicker than what Andy was last lap. But a little bit further ahead, there is a couple of cars there. Woo! Come on.
Car stops on the right. Go left.
Somebody's crashed there.
No damage. Car looks clean.
There's no damage from any debris, which is good. I wonder if Jesus behind us is actually faster. I think they are, yeah. Oh, come on. Wonder if it's just taking a little bit longer to warm up these tyres. It is a bit cooler as well. Ooh, hello.
Side. Clear on the left.
Bit of a dive there. Yeah, I did have to physically get out of the way just to give you room. Shouldn't be needing to do it. You shouldn't have to physically get out of the way of another car just to survive. But then maybe, am I braking far too early for this? Like, is that his normal braking point? Because if it is, then I am braking far too early. But like I said, he did seem pretty quick in my mirrors, I guess, so maybe it's not such a bad thing that he's now ahead of me. Gonna be honest, this set of tyres doesn't feel as good as the first. I know I wasn't pushing as hard during the first stint, but yeah. Maybe he's pushing a bit too hard. I am now actually starting to lose a little bit of time behind him. Bit too hard on that curb there.
The leader just did a 13.898.
second set of tyres definitely doesn't feel as good as the first set. The first set of tyres weren't too bad, overheating a little bit on the left. I wonder if part of that might be because of the huge lockup that I had on the lap before I pitted. Okay, we both caught up to Cooper, who's actually on the alternates. So he's lost some ground. Ooh, he just almost went actually on the grass on the runoff area.
Slow car ahead.
You almost lost that one there.
Right side. Keep to the left. Clear.
You just completely left the door.
Car right. Clear on the right. The leader is running 13.732.
The fact that he left the door open was the only reason why I managed to make that pass. I made it late, yes, but you know, he always kept it open, and that's the only reason why I went for it. Now it looks like he's fighting with a few others behind us, so let's just try and get away. Okay, now we've got Robin behind us, who is on the primary tyre as well. They seem to be going pretty quick. Very like me, he was fighting through the back half of the field in the early stages, just biding his time, and now that we're a bit more separated, he's now doing his own pace. Oh, there's a crash ahead.
Car stops on the right. Car stops on the right.
That's far too early. What am I doing? Taking far too early because I'm looking at the incident ahead. I'm not going to battle Robin, he is much quicker than me.
You're gaining on the car in front. The gap is 1.4 seconds. Car right. Keep to the left. Stay on the left. Clear on the right.
Robin Post may have used the push bar.
You've got about 5 laps of fuel.
So we're about to hit the halfway stage of the race. Now, I'm actually got enough fuel to be able to do just the 3 stops. So, at the moment, that is my plan. Should be pitting in lap 44.
The car behind is pitting.
Because I've got to use both compounds. I'm probably going to end with primaries, if I'm honest. Because the alternates are going to wear out faster, and I want to be going to full duration, to be honest, so...
The lead is pitting now. The lead is at 13.598.
That is a fantastic battle. Oh my gosh.
Right, halfway stage now, lap 43 of 85. The second round of stops are just starting. And
You've got about 2 laps of fuel.
track temperature is continuing to fall, it's now 38 degrees Celsius. It's probably the right time to actually switch onto the alternates actually, because I'll have a bit more grip. But obviously I've just got to be aware of the lack of grip towards the end of the stint. So the drop off will be quite significant.
Coming up on halfway here. You're in the top 10. The lead is pitting now. You have about 1 lap of fuel left. Don't forget to pit this lap for more fuel.
Okay, so second stop. This stint we're going to go on to the alternates, which is the faster, softer compound tyre. We're obviously putting on the second compounded tyre. It means that we fulfill the condition of the race, which you must use both compounds during the race.
3, 2, 1. Right here. We're done. Get going.
8.6. That's actually a very good stop. That is. Now we was just behind Robin, which there he is in the pit box. We do have cars on our left-hand side as we come
Stay
out.
on the right. Clear. Car on your left. Still there. Clear. Car on your left. Still there. Still there. Hold your line. Clear on the left.
Side by side through the chicane.
Left side. Still there. Hold your line.
Oh.
Clear to the right. Clear. The leader's pitting now.
Now remember, we're on the softer compound, so we have a lot more grip to be able to play with. We do for now. But at the same time, we don't want to just use it all up in the first 10 minutes. So we've got to look after them. Because the track temperature is still a little bit on the higher side.
Tyre compound's been changed. We're all set.
But we're doing this, it does mean that we are running a little bit more aggressively for now as well. So we've only used the push to pass once, and that was to defend after just passing somebody else. This is probably where we'll actually use most of our push to passes that we can use.
Car in P11, just set the fastest lap, 12.783. Left side, new fastest lap for you. Still there, hold your line. Stay on the right, clear on the left.
Okay, that was a good pass, and immediately we're getting away. Oh, come on, brakes.
Car right. Stay on the left. Still there, hold your line. Clear on the right.
Not using the brakes enough there again.
The leader is running 13.321.
So just to put it into perspective, we're running the same as the front runners on the softer compound tire, but they are on the hard.
The car in P22 just set the fastest lap, 12.136.
Whoa, what are you doing? That was incredibly dangerous.
Thank you, I was letting you go.
Okay, catching up to Jesus at the moment now. He's on the primary tyre again.
Left side. Stay on the right. Clear.
I just hope he realises that I'm on a softer compound, so he doesn't really need to fight me right now. Because my pace will drop off a little bit later into this stint. And it is all down to the factor of that the tyres just fall off a lot harder. I tell you what, these softer tyres actually feel really good at the moment. Hello, Daz, how you doing? Yeah, it's been alright so far, considering I haven't driven this car in about 3-4 years. We had a few good battles during the course of the race, so we're just in that phase of the race now where we're using the softer tyres that don't last as long, but is very quick initially. So, but we have a good fuel strategy, which is allowing us to do one less stop than some of the others, so where we're sitting at the moment may not necessarily be our finishing position. We may gain a few spots in the last stages of the race. Normally you'd be doing the GT3 Enduro. Normally, I know that's something that normally you do with Marvin and Casper and Daniel. You're not doing that this week, or?
The leader is running 13.577.
Okay, so at this stage now that the alternates should start dropping off. Oh, the boys are out doing it, but you're not driving this week. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I did an official earlier in the week. I did on my own because Paul wasn't around, unfortunately. Did an official of the GT3 Open. Obviously, with it being wet, I wanted to get some experience of that, you know, at least once. So much fun. I honestly wish that the RPM race was actually wet as well, if I'm totally honest with you. Because to me, being in the wet conditions isn't necessarily just about being the fastest. Especially at a track like Bathurst if it's wet. I'm going to use one of my push to passes now. Not really a major thing right now, but I've got plenty of them still to use. So might as well use them while I have them. I definitely feel the grip is starting to go up on these tires though. It's more so on the front tyres, I'm feeling it. Because also the braking performance isn't as good.
Right
Ooh,
side.
hello.
Still there. Clear.
That's the second time he's actually gone down the inside of me when I didn't expect him to. But I would say I am holding him up a little bit now at this point because my tyres are starting to go off. It's now at this stage where he would now be faster actually.
Right side. Keep to the left. Clear on the right.
Yeah, he's using, that was a push to pass that he just used there, and he couldn't overtake me. I wonder if he might want to use another one here though. He's looking for a move. Oh, hello. Yeah, these tires are starting to go. I do, in fact, need to save a little bit of fuel if I want to do an extra lap. I don't think that's a big concern for me initially. I think I saved so much fuel during the first couple of stints.
Car on your left. Still there. Clear.
Not sure if I came out to him or if he just screwed me through tight.
Right side. Stay on the left. The leader is running. 13.753. Keep to the left.
But now what he's doing is he's now getting angered by me holding him up and now trying to make mistakes.
Seems like someone's excited about Ben.
Now. A little bit wide there. He is faster than me, but it's still obviously his job to make the move clean.
You have about 5 laps of fuel left.
We've also got the 2 leaders coming up to lap us. That's something that we've got to obviously be aware of. Obviously the rules that we have to follow is always the iRacing rules. It doesn't change in Formula cars. So it is up to the faster car to overtake us safely, but it's also up to us as a slower driver to just be predictable. And if they do initiate a pass, then we should be facilitating the position as long as it's safe to do so.
The car in front is pitting. The lead is pitting now.
These tires aren't as bad as I expected, to be honest. But I will be taking on another set of primaries to finish off, I think.
The lead is pitting now.
Oh, well, I only need to do 3 laps there, so I might actually keep to the alternates, you know. I'm going to be putting in a little bit of extra fuel just to make sure we get to the end. Oh, that was really wide. That's just a mistake. That wasn't to do with the tyres. That was actually a mistake I just made there.
You have about 2 laps of fuel left.
And you just had to spin there.
The car behind is pitting. You're in the top 10.
Oh boy. Yeah, that looked fun. Sorry.
Alright, so I'm going to be boxing at the end of this lap.
Break a little bit later, Nico. Really sorry, man.
Now we still have 7 push to passes. These tyres actually haven't felt that bad toward the end. Not as bad as what they were in practice for me, really.
You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
Right, okay. So we have now been racing for almost an hour and a half.
Pit boxing 10, 5, 3. You're in the top 10. 2, 1. Right here.
Right. This will be the last stop.
Hitting this time back.
Go, go, go!
Yep.
There's a good stop there. Somebody's had an incident on the start finish straight. 2 drivers have just both had incidents start finish straight. Unless they're just pissing. Okay, so we've got P2 and P3 just behind us. They are probably the 2 leaders actually, in fact. And we've got a 6-second gap to Jesus behind us. Gonna go keep to the left, let these 2 through. Got a bit of time to those behind us. I don't know why, but this wheel feels a bit weird. It feels heavy. It does for some reason, very suddenly. It's heavier than what it normally would do. The setting being changed and I have not asked for it. No. Maybe I'm just holding it a bit too lightly, maybe? Yeah, this wheel feels a bit heavy all of a sudden.
Come on, Ty, what are you doing? Well, okay.
Well, there's another crash on the front stretch. Okay. There's another position gain. We're now in the top 10.
The leader's pitting now.
Again, didn't press the brake pedal hard enough. There should be 5 now that I've used. So that means I've got 5 more push to passes to go. Hey there, Paul. No sound?
13.797.
What, you mean in the street? There's no sound. All that should be working. I've had people come into the stream and say, you know, how they're enjoying the race so far, so would have thought that somebody would have said something if that was actually the case on my end.
Sorry, Brian, guys in the back, the guy in front of me.
I am in the mid section of the Discord server, by the way, in case you did want to have a chat or something. And he is definitely catching up a little bit. But then the question is that because I'm not as fast as him, or is he using the tyres more than me? His tyres is one lap younger.
What on earth? What happened?
Somebody brake check me in the straight.
I was letting you go, Joshua.
Sorry, what happened?
Somebody did a brake check me in the straight.
Yeah, he did that to me too.
I didn't.
Because I got like a 700 board.
He could also be using push to passes. I've still got 5, and we're coming up to 11 laps to go. Well, technically 10, because the
I
2 leaders
listed. I was gonna
are
let you
just
guys
in
know, but you guys
front
crashed
of
on
me.
yourself.
So this is actually going to be 10 laps to go.
The question is why, because I am a lap car.
Okie dokie.
Careful, Ty, careful.
Got 10 laps to go.
Seems like my internet is not doing so great. Apologies if it is looking a bit stuttery, I'm not sure what's going on. We have been having some slight internet issues over the weekend. As it goes into the evening, the problem does seem to subside, so we are getting an engineer out on Monday, so hopefully that rectifies the issue. I'm not going to fight Andy too hard, I don't think. He is actually faster than me. And the tyres aren't looking the best.
The leader consider 13.738. Right side. Still there. Clear.
Just don't have that front end grip for that tight right turn.
Right side. Stay on the left. Clear.
Look a bit late there.
You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 1.5 seconds.
Ricardo, can I please pass on the straight?
No left, guys. I will not interfere.
Bro, I mean, I appreciate you letting me pass, but you can't block up the apex in the middle of a high-speed corner.
I didn't saw anyone passing so close to the apex. That's the reason I tell you.
Got to brake a bit early there. It allowed me to catch up.
Five laps to go. You're going well. Keep at it.
No, apparently I've actually used all of my push to passes. I thought it was 10, maybe it's not quite as much as that then. We are both catching up to Nicholas. I'm wondering if he's trying to save
About
fuel.
5 laps of fuel.
Ooh, almost lost that under braking as I tried to turn in a little bit then.
Got 2 laps to go.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to catch up to Nicholas quite fast enough, unfortunately, but we're there. We're close to the top 10, which is good. I am going to continue trying to do the best pace possible, just in case something happens at the end. You never know. I think Andy made a small mistake there, but I just can't capitalise because my tyres feel a bit worse for wear.
The leader is running 13 points.
Okay, last lap.
3. White flag, white flag.
But just the last few corners to go. I have missed driving this car. So I'm very happy to be driving it again. Very close to a top 10 finish. Obviously not the easiest to start.
Fuel left.
Yeah, P11 finish I'm happy with, considering I haven't driven this in about 3-4 years.
Good win.
Okay,
Sorry,
we'll
I
get
just
him
wanted to
next
try to
time.
stay on the lead lap without getting your guys' way. Hopefully, I don't think I affected the result, but yeah. Good race, man. Good race.
Yeah, obviously we have some work to do to get used to this car again. I think
Good race, Alicio.
I think most
You
of
kept
what
me
I
on
need
my
to do
fucking toes, dude, for like 40
is-
laps straight.
is mostly just corner exits. So obviously you don't need to necessarily badge for that with the Indy 500, which will be at the end of the
Also,
month.
good battle to you, Jesus. Wonderful.
Yeah, made some good passes using the push to pass as well. Obviously that's not going to be a feature in the Indy 500 either, but obviously it's something to look forward to for you know,
I'm tired. Matthew's still there.
but also at the same time this car is a lot of hard work. It is, so, you know, and that's the thing with this type of car. It does demand a lot. It does in you know, trying to keep the average speeds up, especially in the slower corners. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Thank you for so much as well for all the likes from everybody as well. If you are watching and haven't liked the stream yet, but have done so, please do give it a like, because it does help out the channel a lot as well.
Okay, the race is over. Bring it on in.
Obviously, my next
5,
stream won't
3,
be
2,
until Wednesday.
1. Right here.
New tires, please. But yeah, that is so much fun. That really is. You know, I haven't raced in this car in 3 to 4 years, and to do a long race like that, as my first ever race in this for a long duration, you know, yeah, I have missed this car, driving this car a lot. I have, so It might be something that I might drive a bit more regularly, if I'm honest. You know, because we have had a few people come in spurts, which is great. So it shows it is there. The people do want to come along and watch it. So thank you ever so much for everybody that's come along. If you have obviously enjoyed tonight's stream and do want to see more content, please subscribe to the channel as well. It would be ever so much appreciated if you could. My next stream is not until Wednesday evening, where we will be doing round number 9 of the RPM GT3 Championship, which is at Bathurst. Excuse me. So, okay. Seems like I'm having some sort of internet troubles, but hopefully that will go away in a minute. But regardless, so for those that are not aware, because obviously most of you may not be, so obviously we have our stewards meeting on a Friday evening that looks at every single incident involving 2 or more drivers from the previous race that would have taken place on the Wednesday. One of the incidents did circle around our championship rival Simon Ball, of which he has been given a points penalty, which is minus 20 to the overall championship. And he has also been given a qualifying ban for this upcoming race. So the reason for it is actually, you know, I'll be completely honest. I found it a little bit funny because it actually involved one of the other Quest Motorsport drivers, as in Nigel Stock. So it actually was the incident that I saw while I was taking my initial pit stop on lap 3. On the start of lap 3, while I was taking my pit stop, if you may remember, I said that there was Paul actually said that there was an incident that happened at turn 1 while I was doing my stop to change the wet tyres. That incident contained Simon Ball, which I did remark, unknowing that Simon Ball did a really bad mistake. He attempted to reverse up the track, and in doing so forced Nigel to come to a complete stop in the middle of the track. Just bear me a sec. So yeah, so basically the ruling was that Simon did an unsafe rejoin with total disregard. So obviously for the viewers that maybe are not participating in the championship, obviously with the stewards meeting, every single ruling that is like, you know, oh really? Oh. Give me just a sec. I'm a typical man. I can't do 2 things at once. But yeah, so basically, the ruling with this one specifically, it goes into 3 tiers. So we can go into unsafe rejoin, no consequence, which is just a warning. Unsafe rejoin with consequences or impeding basically is a -20. And yeah, like it's just a 20 points penalty. Total disregard is a point penalty, so it's -20 plus an additional 5 points lost if you are in silver or bronze to that respective class championship. But you also do get a qualifying ban, which is what Simon Ball received. So with the additional ruling of if you're not allowed to take part in qualifying, so if you get a qualifying ban, you must also start from the pits. So Simon is going to have his work cut out because this race obviously is at Bathurst. It might be a blessing in disguise for him because obviously, you know, if there's a massive pile up, he won't be involved. He'll just come up to it and then find, oh, there's multiple cars crashed, which could happen. So we would just have to wait and see what happens at the end of all of that. So I'm actually going to keep that up because I would like to take an image or two after the stream. So if I do this, so let's just have a look at this real quickly. I'm not sure in totally if it will. Well, some things might be blocking it, but I'll try the best I can. So let's have a look at the race results, shall we? Those these two. So we were in second split. So there was a total of 5, but two of them aren't showing properly. What's going on here? Yeah, that's a bit weird. I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, so we were second split. So second split was 2.4k strength of the field. We managed to finish P11 after starting P18. We did lose some positions at the start, but we only made minor mistakes. And we did get a 4x on the first lap just before turn 1, if you remember, which is what I was communicating to Andy about. In the fact that somebody got catapulted directly into me right at the start. Thankfully, I received absolutely no damage. No damage at all from the first lap 1 turn 1 incident. I am actually going to show you that actually, because I'm pretty sure some of you wouldn't have been around. So my entire focus literally was just make sure that we got through the initial stages and then we'll pick up the pace from there. So we started towards the back as well. Oh, so he catapulted himself. Okay. Did he just break too late? He had to have broken too late. There is no way that has happened without him making his own mistake. Yeah, he's just broke too late. He's probably taken the poor guy out that was just ahead of him. But he's actually, I'm especially lucky that I didn't get taken out on the first lap, actually, to be honest. Let's get a cockpit. I want to see this. This is lap 1, turn 1 of an 85 lap race. Yeah, he broke far too late. Far too late of a break. And that's his race over. In a race that takes about 2 hours, he's ended his race in 5 seconds. And there was one guy that just started in pit lane, which I respect. Where did he actually finish? So Tim finished P18 in the end. So he lost 27 iRacing, he did. But, you know, considering the fact that he's starting pit lane, he's just looking for maximum safety. He's probably just looking for safety rating, probably, which, you know, is fine. He's well within his rights to do what he's done. So Nothing wrong with that. Actually, you've not even seen it, have you? Because I've got the wrong scene on. Bear with me a second. Pro streamer here. There we go. I'll show it to you again. Because, yeah, this pro streamer didn't completely forgot that he switched the thing around. So yeah, this is lap 1, turn 1, coming up of an 85 lap race, which is going to take around about 2 hours. So he braked far too late. But here's the thing, he's not braked too late, but this is where you go. You can't expect everybody to be hitting the same braking marker like what you would do normally. So this is a typical, what I would say, rookie error. All because he's braked at the normal braking marker. So the normal braking marker is the 400 meter board, or just after. He's braked at his normal braking marker, not thinking, like, no, wrong one. Chopper. Okay, that doesn't work either. But, yeah, so basically, you go into lap 1, turn 1, you do, and he's thinking, I'm going to brake at the usual 400 meter board. How are you going to do that with all of these cars towards the top up here? Like, you look at all of these cars, there is no way in hell that anybody should be braking at the normal braking marker, because there's just so many cars, and there's a lot of side-by-side action as well. Just for reflection, let's go on to my view. So I am playing extra cautious because I am personally just wanting seat time in the car, and I'm wanting to really just get to the finish. So I'm just following the traffic up ahead. I'm just making sure I've got plenty of space around me in case I need to avoid everything. Because I'm towards the back. I should not have to expect a car flipping over the top of my car. But I am very lucky to get away with no damage and just get a 4-ounce for that. Because the only part of the car that he's hit me is the top of the car, which doesn't have an actual damage with it. Because you would never expect to be hit from the top of the car. It should either be a suspension, a side pod, a front wing, a rear wing, or a diffuser should be damaged. Really, if anything. Being hit on the top of the car
race control scoring has ended.
Should never be happening, really, necessarily. It does happen, but it shouldn't be happening. So, the other incident that I do want to have a look at just before I go is the incident that I had. Where is he? Was it Jesus Saves? I think it was. I think it was him. Now, this guy was pretty quick, but he was constantly overdriving the car. And we had a couple of near misses we did over the course of the race. So I'm just trying to think. So he's got ahead of me already by now, so it's a bit further back. But he also dive bombed me twice during the race. I think this was the initial lap that he dive bombed me, actually. And I think he kind of dive bombed me because, yeah, I actually overreacted that a little bit. I'll be honest. But it was because of the approaching speed. Oh, and he also slid. Yeah, his car was a little out of control. Oh yeah, it was during the third stint, weren't it? That So yeah, so when I got initially onto the alternate tyre, I actually started having really good pace. So this lap here is when I passed his back, and he's still on the primary tyre, so he's on the slower but harder and more durable tyre. So it wasn't this lap specifically, but I think it was this lap here. Maybe, no. There was a particular lap where he had a little bit of a moan. I can't remember what lap it was. Oh, I think it was this lap here, actually. So what happened here? So... Oh. Okay, so maybe not this lap. I think at this point in the stint, my tyres were starting to go off a bit, and his tyres were still good. So yeah, so he went directly on the inside, which is good. Yeah, I think he was just trying to keep me tight. And okay, yeah. So, was that a bit of netcode? Like the tiniest little bit of netcode? Yeah, there was a tiniest little bit of netcode there. I never even... Did I even get a 0x there, I wonder? I'm not entirely 1% sure, if I'm honest. I understand why he's annoyed there. He's trying to keep me a little bit tight, and I'm not allowing him to keep me as tight as what he was attempting. He was giving me some space to come out, but I did netcode him, and I can understand the frustration there because he's had a little nudge from me. I've never felt anything. No, I did get a 0x, but I just didn't feel anything. So yeah, so just to confirm, from that race. I gained 19 iRacing, so not very much. Obviously, my Formula iRating is only 2.4k because this is my first race using a Formula car since the change where they separated the road license into two separate categories. So you've got sports car and you got Formula car. This is in fact my first one that I've done in a Formula car of any type. So, oh, pardon me. So pretty good overall, I would say, and I did have a lot of fun overall as well. Top split, how did that look? So we did have some pretty good driving. The strength of the field is almost 4k. So overall, we got some very strong drivers overall. I think the lowest drivers were like just around about 3K by the looks of it. So yeah, pretty good event overall. Quite enjoyed that. I will probably be doing some more of these type of races at a later date, I will say. But for now, I'm going to end it there. My next stream will be Wednesday evening, round 9 at Bathurst for the RPM GT3 Championship. Simon Ball has a qualifying ban, so he must start from the pit lane. If I can get a very good finish and he has some issues over the course of the race, that could mean that the title fight is on for the last couple of rounds. Because last couple of rounds, we've then got Nürburgring, which is a track that is not strong with the Porsche, but it's also a track that I know personally that I have decent pace at. Simon does have a habit of crashing there. He does. And then the final round is Suzuka, which personally is not a strong track for me. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Because the last time I raced there, it was a lap 1 incident that ended my race there. Obviously, I continued on afterwards after repairs, but still wasn't great in the end anyway. But overall, I think it could be a better track for me this time around. So we'll just have to wait and see. But otherwise, I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I'll see you guys Wednesday. Have a good night, guys.